Well, welcome back, everybody. Finally made it out to the campsite. Got everything pretty much set up. Got a few more things to do. I think this ought to be enough wood. I'm expecting a low temperature tonight, about 25 or so Fahrenheit, so it shouldn't be too awfully bad. I'll bring y'all back when I get ready to do some stuff. Well, good evening, everybody. Here we are in our Luxe Twinpeak tent. This is camp out number 2 in this brand new tent. You see the titanium 3W stove from Luxe, Wild West, over there. Haven't lit it yet. It's about 37 degrees Fahrenheit here, so it's not bad at all. Feels pretty good inside the tent. A little windy out there outside, but all in all, it's not too bad. It's about 40 Fahrenheit up in here, so it's not too bad. And I'll bring y'all back just a few minutes when I get all situated and stuff. Yep, good evening, everybody. We are about maybe 20 minutes till darkness. It's currently about 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Pretty good little breeze blowing, but the Luxe Twinpeak tent is handling it pretty well. Got plenty of wood. Still have not lit the stove yet, but we'll do that here shortly. Looks like gonna be a pretty good night. This is outing number 3 for this particular tent. Last week, those of you that watched my video, we had a 9-hour rain, 1 inch of rain. The tent performed beautifully. It was just obviously the camp was just pure mud. So hopefully tonight we have a clear and cold night. It's supposed to get down to about 25, I think. So I'll bring y'all back in a few minutes once I get all the stove and everything running. Almost completely dark now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put a cup of coffee on the stove and get ready to settle down for a nice chilly night. Hope everybody's enjoying their night out. I'll bring y'all back just a little bit. All right, man, we got the stove going. Already feels radically different in here, so man, hopefully everything works out pretty good this time, and can't be any worse than last time with that 9-hour rain, inch of rain, and mud up to my ankles. So hopefully everybody's that's out camping tonight's enjoying their time. And I got a potato bacon in the stove right now. Just had some coffee, and we got some chicken noodle soup around here, so I think it's gonna be a good night. And check in with you again here in a little bit. Current temperature is about 35 degrees Fahrenheit here in Eastern Virginia. So looks like it's gonna be an interesting night. Yeah, it's about I'd say good 30 degrees warmer inside this Twinpeak tent than it is outside. So this thing really holds its heat pretty good. I don't think you'd be disappointed in buying something like this for all those interested in buying a hot tent and not blowing the budget, so to speak. And since we all know that tents are such in high demand right now, especially these so-called 4-season types. Really feels good in here, guys. And I'm sure all you guys girls that have done all this, you certainly know how well these little stoves work inside these tents. This is really incredible. Really impressed with this Luxe tent. Yeah, I know we talked about this the last time, but everything you touch on this Wild West 3W titanium is hot, except for that little handle right there. Even handling the air intake, it's hot, so make sure you have some gloves on when you do this and be very safe. Remember if you're operating a stove inside of these 4-season tents, it's always good to have a carbon monoxide detector and keep it well ventilated. You don't want to get yourself in a serious situation, on an occasion that's really supposed to be fun. So just keep that in mind. All right, another nicely done potato in the stove here, man. It really does a good baked potato. So I'm really impressed with these little stoves, 3W, Wild West titaniums. I first got it, I said, man, this is a small stove, but the last 3 or 4 times I've used it, it's really performed quite well. So I have no arguments with it at all. And it takes down real easy, puts right back up real easy. I was kind of skeptical about these roll-up titanium chimney pipes, but no problem with those either. So this is pretty cool. It feels really good in this tent. I may have underestimated the amount of wood that I've needed for a night like this, but I guess we'll have a little fun while we can, and then we'll be right back out here chopping wood. So I'll bring y'all back in a few minutes. One thing I think that I really need to put inside this tent is a little table or something. Trying to hold food and eat it, hold on to a hot drink. It's trying to do that in your lap or on your cot, really just not a good idea. And not to mention, I mean, this Twinpeak has more than enough room to accommodate, you know, like some type of little table. So just an observation. Each time I bring this thing out, it's just, you know, I see some things that would really make, you know, more comfortable, better lighting. Right now I'm running on some type of little solar thing, and it'll probably last about, you know, I don't know, about 3 or 4 hours before I have to shut it down. As you can see, what I did is I put 4 cans and filled them with dirt, and I put these little pointy ends of the stove in it. When the ground is frozen or wet or something like that, it tends to sink. So you can buy the base plate from Luxe for about 50 bucks, but I didn't do that this time, trying to save a little money. So these little cans add a little more stability to it, and even when you're cooking, you got a skillet or whatever like that banging around it, can easily sink. So just a little bit of a bush fix. I tell you what, everybody, it is incredible in here. It's about 65 inside, 34 outside. I most definitely underestimated the amount of wood I'll need for tonight, but still, this is pretty good. With this -10 Fahrenheit bag, it should be, you know, the sleeping bag shouldn't be a problem. And if not, I can just get outside and kind of collect some more wood. Plenty of it laying around out here. Bring you back in a few. Nice and toasty warm in here, guys. Sure is. The crackling of that dry wood and whatnot. Hopefully everybody that's out doing this is having about as good a time as I am. Really is a neat experience. I see a lot of people trying to get into this 4-season tenting, hot tenting, and the demand on the kind of tents and stoves is just incredible. And I seen one person that said that they couldn't get a tent until like October of 2021. So let's hope that the demand and the supply and everything kind of meet up and everybody can get into this kind of stuff. Well, how's everybody doing? Doing pretty good. And we're still holding about 33, 34 degrees outside, about 65 in the tent. Still got that wood's crackling and whatnot. Wind has really picked up. I don't know whether you can hear it in the background or not, but definitely an enjoyable night. Definitely underestimated the amount of wood needed for this, but still, it's all in all, it's a good time. Holding a pretty steady 65 degrees in the tent, about 33, 34 degrees outside. Very comfortable in here. No complaints. Really, really nice. All right, good night, everybody. I'll see y'all in the morning. Yep, good morning, everybody. Went okay last night. Biggest problem is this old sleeping bag of mine. I think I'm gonna have to replace it. The zipper is a grievous thing to deal with, and as we all know, if your sleeping system doesn't work, yeah, it's just not a good night. But the tent performed beautifully, stove performed beautifully. No complaints there. Cot, fine. Just this ancient old sleeping bag. Flavorful cup of Joe coming up to start the morning. It really makes the tent smell good. Little cup of Folgers. Yeah, one thing about it is every time we go out here and do these overnight stays in the hot tent, it's always a learning experience. Something's always different. Yeah, you always spot something you could have done better, different. Some piece of equipment that would probably make it better, but it's fun. It's you can't get any more isolated or solo than this, so kind of goes along with the times. Well, I don't think it got quite as cold as they said it was supposed to last night. We were about 31 degrees Fahrenheit. We're supposed to get down to about 25, but when you live so close to the coast like we do, it's really hard to predict what the weather will do. They're saying that we might get a snowstorm Thursday this week, so it's hard to say. Looking forward to it if we do. Well, it's about 29 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and it's a good solid, what about 62 Fahrenheit inside, so I'd say this stove did a really good job. Well, it's been a lot of fun. I will see y'all on the next video. It did not get quite as cold as I said it would. It about 29 right now. The stove held it to 65, 68 degrees in here. It really felt good. Had a lot of fun. And I can see definitely a vastly underestimated the amount of wood it will take to keep a tent warm in these kinds of temperatures. So y'all take care. And bye, Dave Collier Camping. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. See y'all next time.